My name's John Rock. I've been studying the Computer Networks and Security degree. My project I named Davis. It's a digital audio visual imitation system. The idea being that it uses a Kinect version 2 to control the Baxter robot, and through audio commands and visual gestures like waving your arms around, you can remotely control the robot. The idea is that it's really intuitive, so anybody can just walk up to it. They're given a few sort of guiding points, so these are the verbal commands to use, and this is what it does, and away you go. From an application point of view, you could use it to control numerous robots in a factory. You know, the way that the system's set up, there's nothing to say that one person couldn't control 20 or 30 Baxter robots. Also, the same approach could be applied to other robots. So if you've got more high-tech robots, so in space or dealing with bomb disposal or surgery, the same sort of system could be applied there. And the idea was to take away a lot of the training requirements to be able to operate the robot and make it so intuitive that if you're a doctor and you're a surgeon, you just have to just know how to perform the surgery. You don't need all the training with the equipment. So that was the idea, really. It's a shame that the worst thing was knowing that this is where it ends at university, and that I leave my Kinect here, but then that's for someone else to work on now. Someone else can take what I've done and the mistakes that I've made and the lessons, and then sort of try and make a better version or do more with it. But yeah, it's no one else really has the opportunity to sort of get a big robot like that, this big expensive robot, and control it the way that I've done. So yeah, it's been just the resources, and the staff have been fantastic as well. There's no one that I haven't found approachable and been able to ask questions, and even if it's not their subject area, I've just been able to ask, and they've always given me an answer or pointed me in the right direction. So I've loved it, to be honest. Before I came here, I was a restaurant manager, and my programming and IT knowledge was a bit of Excel, a bit of Spectrum from back in the day. But I'd no programming knowledge before I came, and everything that I've learned I've picked up since I've been here. I think it's been hard work, because I think some people do come in with a programming or computing background, but I think with the work put in, and the sort of the mindset of if there's a problem, you don't just give up and just keep going until you figure out why it's a problem and how to fix it. But no, I loved it. Loved every minute of being in uni. It's been fantastic.
Okay, firstly, I'm David. I'm studying informatics. I'm from Spain, so I'm going to explain my project, my final year project. It is an application able to create an event in the calendar with your voice, with speech recognition. So the purpose of this application is avoid unwanted meetings. If someone tries to have a meeting with you and you don't want that meeting, you have the perfect excuse here. So let me show you. 7 September 2016. Here we have a list. If we choose something that is not a date, it appears an error message with the correct format. If we choose the correct date, the event is created automatically. And you can say to other people, oh sorry, I have a meeting already, I can't have a meeting with you. So the details, the location. I have 5 types of meetings. That is a type of random. When I come back to Spain, I will have two degrees. I will have the degree from Glyndwr and the degree from my university in Spain. So, also the experience, the language. My English at the beginning was so bad. And now I'm improving. I'm trying to improve my English. So there's 3 things that I want to improve is the English, the title, the degree, and the experience.
Hello, my name is Alan T.R. Baxter. I live at Glyndwr University. Since arriving here, I've been very busy. I've been out and about working with the BBC, yes, the British Broadcasting Corporation, getting people, young and old, interested in computer programming and robotics.
CBBC is aimed at 6 to 12-year-olds. The younger ones were kind of looking at robots with that. Wow, that's a big robot. Once you let them get close to it, they get, have a hug with it, all of a sudden, that's the coolest robot I've ever seen and I want to learn how to make him work.
So far, I've been to Cardiff, Hull, and the Welsh Rally. I've met thousands of people who've all tried to get me to stack cups, draw pictures, and all sorts of things. Of course, it's not all visits and showing off. I'm used to help undergraduate students with their final year dissertations. Everything from copying their arms, tea making, to why some people think I'm scary. I'm not, really, I'm not.
One of the things I'm going to do for my project is see how people react to different robots, depending on how they look or how they act.
My project is to build an intuitive interface for the Baxter robot using hand and audio gestures. It's just really exciting. Everyone's been oohing and ahhing at me.
I'm not just going to be working with undergraduates. The team here are working on a master's degree in applied robotics with me at the heart of it. It's not about building robots, but how industry and society can use them. How I can be used to my full potential. I haven't been here a year yet, and we've already done so much. It's Wales Comic Con next. Looking forward to that. I hear Sam J. Jones is coming. Flash, the saviour of the universe. I hope I can get a selfie.
As an academic programme, we've been working with the industry for nearly a decade now, and as part of that we've been able to forge some really great contacts within the industry. This means that our students can get professional insight on a regular basis, and they can only help with their future prospects and increase the quality of their work. We actually have several major study options, but the vast majority of our students tend to follow our full-time degree programme. But also our summer school, which runs every July, is very popular, particularly with European students.
Hello everyone, I am Guillaume Caruso and I am a student at Glyndwr University and I did the robot scramble game where I was the main programmer and I did some 3D modeling too. The lecturers are really passionate about what they are doing. They are experienced in the video game industry, so they really help when students are behind, and they really help. So it's good.
During our first semester, we worked in small groups of about 4 people. Me and Manuel were in the same team. We created a game called Rise of the Ninja.
Rise of the Ninja was a 3D run game. We had several simple mechanics like running, shooting, jumping, deflecting, or other special skills to avoid enemies. We also used Scrum to organize our project.
Yeah, first of all we set out some aims and objectives. We want to make it simple, yet enjoyable as machine. We want to make a good product, not just a game.
One of the strongest elements of our programme is our emphasis on the importance of teamwork and the management of projects in a very professional way. We try as hard as we can to make sure that our students get as realistic an experience as possible, and this means everything from strict deadlines to making use of industry standard management tools and practices.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm a third year student at Glyndwr University on computer game development course, and I work on a project called UDS 14. UDS 14 is a stealth survival game set underwater at the bottom of the ocean where you've got to drill for oil. The base gets attacked by hostiles and you've got to try and escape from the station without getting killed. For the project, we each designated our roles. Mine was the lead sound designer, but we had to share different responsibilities. My role was to create all the sound that was necessary to be used in the game and try and make a really authentic, immersive environment.
I'm Rihanna Griffiths. I'm in my third year at Glyndwr University studying computer game development. We made a game called Into Light, which is a survival horror game. Our game is a sci-fi game. The character crash lands on a planet and has to survive by solving puzzles and avoiding enemies. I was responsible for creating the 3D character models in the game and animating them, and also creating 3D assets that you can see throughout the game.
We have a good track record of getting our students into the industry, and some of them are now working for some of the country's most widely recognisable studio brands. Others have gone on to start their own small studios, or they've gone into related sectors such as TV and film.
Yeah, it's really good working in a team. We've learned a lot. We work well together, but it just shows how much you need to work in a team to actually create a game. And it's almost mimicking what I expect to be doing when I'm older.
So I would recommend Glyndwr University because it's a good way for students like me, like outsider students, to learn English, and because every course is in English, and it allows people to really learn about video game development and the video game industry, because we meet up with real companies and real game developers.
The project was the highlight of the year because it was to focus on creating animations and 3D models, and I really enjoyed it. And it's really good to get everyone to play the game, and it's good getting feedback and seeing how much everyone enjoyed playing the game.
I think the highlight of the year is probably when we got to see our game, like fully finished, and we got to show it off in front of all the professionals and the lower years, and they were able to give criticism and play our game. It was rewarding to see our project come together.
The best part of the course has been learning new skills and learning that I was good at something that I didn't think I would be. And it's helped me be more creative.
In the end, it really doesn't matter what language you speak or which country you come from. All of us have this intrinsic need to play, to be creative, to engage with people, and video games give us the opportunity to do that. And I would say to anyone who's watching this who is interested and thinks that it might be something that you could really relate to and get involved with, I'd say definitely come and speak to us. We can help you find a role that best suits your talents.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm a student of computing. I am here in an exchange year. I'm studying also in Spain, but I come here to finalize my degree and have another degree. I made a project about an Android application to teach math in English and Spanish. To know if my project will be successful, I made a survey, and the students have said that they use electronic device. They need to share resources outside the class because the books are not enough to learn. And I also asked about the attitude about using an application to learn, and the results were that they want to use an application to learn. And also survey education professionals. And they told me that they allow use to mobile device in class in a learning attitude, and they would like to use an application to complement as a book instead as substitute, because they think that books need to be used. It was a really good experience because all the educational environment have changed. The models are not teaching at the same way that in Spain. So I think we are going to have a better job because we have come here.
I'm Vic Grout, I'm Professor of Computing Futures here at Glyndwr University. My job is to think about the way that computing technology, hardware, software, etc. is likely to change and develop over the next few years, and also look at the bigger picture of not just what technology we're likely to be using in the future, but the effect that that technology is likely to have on us, the way it's going to change us as individuals, as a society. Well, today I'm going to look briefly at the Google Glass set. This is essentially a pair of glasses with an internet connection. I put it on. I can see as I normally would, got perfect range of vision. The shades are just for show. They can come off if we like. I've got a clear vision around me. I've got a complete display. But what I've also got on this glass screen here is an in-sight, in-vision screen, a display of whatever it wants to show me. So effectively what I've got is a pair of glasses with an internet connection. I think this technology is extremely interesting, both from the point of view of what it can do and the wider issues of what it might do to us. So there's a lot of work to be done with regards to writing applications and increasing the functionality of this device. But there's a wider question to be asked as well about this kind of technology, because it does mean that not only through my choice can I be connected to the internet wherever I want, I in a sense are now becoming part of this global connectivity, this big connectivity, and it may well get to the point that actually I'm going to struggle to escape from it, even if I wanted to escape from it. Well, our students are always very keen to get their hands on technology such as this, whether it's for final year undergraduate projects or master's projects. In principle, any application that's been written for a mobile phone can be redeveloped for the Google Glass or similar devices. So in that sense, there's almost an infinite number of projects that are available for our students to do.
So my name's Jonathan Marshall. I'm a BSc student. I study computer networks and security. My project is immersive technology in Baxter, so I will use the Oculus Rift and a controller to control him from across the country, so in any country, so across the internet. I can fully operate Baxter, all these joints and both sets of arms from the controller. So he can do things like pick up cups if I get his arm in the right position. Yeah. So I've got all the joints allow me to move it. It uses a C# front end for the controller and the Oculus, which obviously hasn't been developed yet, and then a Python end, which is on the machine to my left, which listens for the commands from the C# across the network and then translates them into something that Baxter can understand. The SDK for Baxter is well maintained, but it's very difficult to understand if you don't do much coding in Python, which I don't. I think that was the most difficult part of the project. It's a very friendly-like environment, so a very family-like environment. So you can approach lecturers no matter where they are, what they're doing, and they will help you definitely.